All right. Today we will discuss the module 5, and what we have there is automating tasks with Google App Scripts. Why do we need to automate tasks in the first place? Um, but before we start, right, let me recap on what we've been learning since. I know we started with data collection, where we discussed how to collect data with Google Forms. We have another method where we scrape websites to get data. We can also get data from other institutions, organizations, government sectors to run analysis. From there, we moved to cleaning data and organizing data, where we discuss different ways of making your data clean. We mentioned the different issues that messy data, why we call messy data a messy data, because of duplication errors, because of empty cells, um, text-based error, where we're supposed to see figures, we are seeing text. We also mentioned inconsistent formatting, where on the salary you see full stop instead of a comma. And we also taught you people how to clean your data to make it error free, good fit for analysis, because you cannot make any analysis from data that is messy. So that is the reason why we put data cleaning on module 2, so that right after collecting data you will clean. You know how important it is. That's why we put that on module 2. After that, we move to basic formulas and calculations, where we discussed how you can use formulas to get total expenses, average salary, lowest paid, and we said you can get total with the formula equals sum, and all the formulas, Excel and Google Sheets, has to start with equal sign. So equal sign sum, you put the range of what you're looking for. For instance, this is a column D and we are looking for high and low. This is the original salary column. This is where we did classification. So we said for you to get some of this place, the range is between C2 and C5. And because it's on column C, so we pick C2 up to C5 and we close our brackets to do that. This is because this data set is on a vertical format. The one I met you guys doing the other day, Christian's data was on the row. So you do your what's it called again? Your sum total or average or whatever you're doing by this side. You're calculating, instead of going down, you're calculating by rows. Instead of calculating columns like this, you're calculating rows like this. It's the same formula. It's just that you need to know what you're calculating, use the range adequately, and it will give you the right answer, whether you use horizontal or vertical. So we mentioned average, that average is the mean. And I know someone asked, why can't we use mean? Um, the thing is, even there's another formula called median. Median is the best fit for getting average. If you want to get average, the right like the pinpoint between the highest and the lowest, the pinpoint, what will give you that exact pinpoint is using median formula. And median formula is the same thing as this minus equal sign median, and you get your range. Let's say C2 way up to C5, and you close your brackets, you hit, it will give you, this is your median. And if you check, this is median 80,900 9 naira 84 kobo. See your average. Average is 83,850. They are almost the same, but this is what um you use for average, right? This is what you use for average to get it, because if you want to really explain this, you can say is the midpoint between people who earn highest and people who earn low. So you can't go more than 80, and the people earning high cannot go below 80. So that's the main point. Somebody can say, get me the average of the people's salary in this unit. So you can say, okay, let me use median, and this is what you will do. So we also talked about highest, lowest. Highest, we use max, the same formula, equal sign max, you get your range. If you're going horizontal, you scroll that way. If you're going vertical, you scroll that way. Either way, your Excel sheet or this thing will, your Google Sheets will highlight the row for you. You will now be the one to pick where you want to pick. So highest is max, lowest is mean, equal sign mean to get the person with the lowest salary in the department. Frequent age is mode. Mode is you want to get the, maybe for age, for example, you want to see the people, the age bracket that you know that falls frequently in the company. The most frequent age age limit or age bracket that they employ in the company. So when you come to age column, you use mode, and it will tell you that the most frequent occurred age here is 25. You can see it right from looking at it. But if it's a large data, you won't go looking through like this. You'll be checking. This is a messy data. I only got fraction of this dirty data and put it here for our formulas and other stuff. So if you want to check and see the frequent, like what is the age bracket of the people in this place that are higher, you can say, oh, okay, well, let me use mode. When you do that, it will tell you that, for instance, let's do mode here. The age is B2 up to B5 is showing 25. It means that 25 occurred more here. In mass, we say is most frequent. It's the same English here, most frequent. All right. So we talked about highest, lowest, and all that to get our formula. Then on the fourth day, we discussed pivot tables and dashboards. Okay, and this is it. This is analysis table, and this is pivot table, the one I use for morning and afternoon section people. And this is the dashboards, uh, you know. So this is we structured the data such that you will understand the importance of each step. You cannot just run and start doing app script when you've not done all of these things. App script references your clean data. So like I have a clean data somewhere here. I have a clean data here, and it's called clean data. So if I'm running my script, I will reference this clean data to get information from there and run my script. But if I'm there are many there are many things to do with app scripts, not just to send. Okay, we have not dive in properly. So today we are looking at app scripts, right? Why do we do automations in our place of work? We don't want to manually, start cleaning, doing manual analysis, even though is okay, but it takes time. Automation is like automating your tasks even without you being on your system, is working for you even while you're sleeping. The script is running. For instance, if you want to um check this error of duplication, right? You don't manually have to come to this column, go to data, go to data cleanup and do remove duplicates. You run app scripts that will help you remove it. Also, if you want to change, maybe these names you don't like it and you want them to appear like first name should be capital letter, the rest should be small letter. The second name, first letter should be capital letter, the rest should be, you can change it with script. Script is JavaScript based language used on Google to automate tasks. You can also use app scripts to send emails, maybe weekly, daily, to your boss. Your boss may ask you, get me reports at the close of the day, and you, because you want to do other stuff, he will say, get me these reports by um 3:30 latest, before the EOD, that's end of EOB, or EOD, end of the day or end of the business. And you have other stuff that you're doing, or just want to quickly do it so that you attend to other things, you can use app script to fix that. Even while you left your system and you're doing something else, or you went for lunch, the app script is sending that email for you, sending the report for you on your behalf, so without you even going to look at it. But you have to structure your data well, such that it will reference the data that you want to use, so that you don't get errors. That's why it's good to clean your data very well, so that when you're making reports, you're reporting based on error-free data set. So how do we go about writing scripts and all that? I want to tell us this thing. Yeah. Um, one day is not 3 months is not even enough to teach. Some of us here, we are not comfortable with JavaScript, right? 3 days or 3 months is not even enough to teach JavaScript. But you have to understand the concepts first of all right? Understanding the concept is the main thing here. Even the best developers, the experts, they still get support here and there. So don't worry your head about code, that you can get code support from anywhere. You can go to Stack Overflow and get code. You can go to ChatGPT and get code. Codes are very easy these days to get. So worrying yourself about JavaScript code to use is not an issue. But what you should look at, and as in have on at the back of your mind, is understanding the concept, understand what you want to do, understand the project you have at hand. So you can quickly go to ChatGPT and prompt it to give you code to send email for 4:30 Mondays every week for 1 month. If you prompt like that, you get a code and you paste it where I will show you guys where you will paste it. And once that is done, there's something else that is called trigger. Trigger has to do with timing. So because your report has to do with time, date, and other stuff, time and date, right? You use trigger to trigger it when it is time. All right. So you cannot leave what you're doing somewhere else to come and be clicking the time. No, you're using trigger to do the work, so that anywhere you are, your app script is sending, even when your laptop is off. All right. So this is where you go. You go to extension. This is app scripts. App scripts. It takes you to this place. All right. Let's do that again. You go to extension, app scripts, and it takes you to this place. All right. So this is where you do the codes. You can have as many codes, as many functions as you want. You can have a function to format names on the names column. You can have immediately after the formatting name function, you can have another function for removing duplicates. This first one is format names. This second one is for removing duplicates. And this third one is for the reports that I talked about. Okay. Here, the first function format names, is good to have the name that depicts what you're doing, so that even when you come back to this environment and you want to remove it, you know what you're removing. So this first function, the first function here is formatting names for me. Okay, assuming here I have my name on the A column, starting from capital letter for the first alphabet or the first name, and the second name too starting from small letter rather, and the second name too as well started from small letter. You may want to format it by making all of them start with capital letter. Okay, for this we've already formatted this name column such that all the names will have capital letters. So Michael has capital letter, Ruiz has capital letter. All the names are formatted for capital letters. In case you want them starting for only, if you want each name to capitalize each letter, if you want to capitalize each letter on each name, you can also do that. Okay, so here we did format name, spreadsheet, get active spreadsheet, and we call that spreadsheet name clean data. Like I said, if your spreadsheet name is not clean data, you can always um, come here and change the name of your spreadsheet where you have cleaned your data, because this code is going to reference your clean data. All right, so here, assuming your clean data is called maybe run data or edited data, make sure that this place is referencing the name of your sheet, which is edited data. Okay, mine is clean data. If you look down, I have large messy data sets. I have a copy and I have the third one, clean data. If you come here, you will see it, clean data. All right, so this is the first code to format my name column. All right, so if you look at it, it's a JavaScript based program. Okay, it's something you can actually read meaning to. This is the range and is looping plus I plus plus. Okay, and it's getting this, the name column is string. Okay, and this is the uppercase rule that you have given it to change it to uppercase for all the names. Right, this function is going to format all the names on the column for name. Right after that, we have another format function, another function for removing duplicates, and this is the function remove duplicates, and is getting active spreadsheet called clean data, and this is the range of the data is the whole data set, and is removing the duplicate for you once you click on run. And I said you must save your work by clicking by doing Control S, or you come to this place and click on save before this run button becomes active. So after that, you will see the third script, function send email reports, and of course is also referencing clean data. And here was the issue we had with we had here before. So I changed the email now to example@example.com. All right, so you're going to change this email to the email of whoever you want to send this email to. Okay, but for example sake, right, you're going to put your own email because you want to test this script by yourself if you actually receive the weekly reports. So with this code, I want you to put your email address, your valid email address, and structure it, then see if you will receive email and let me know in the group. So like I said, you can have as many functions as you want. We have 3 functions here, and it's good that you specify their names by using a correct name that links what you're doing. Okay, so for the third function here, sending email, it has a timeline. It has a timeline. It has a timeline, right? because it's we said we wanted to send an email to our boss on Monday or every Monday at a specified time. Okay, so because it has to do with specified time and dates and days, we use something called trigger to trigger it automatically. So even when you're not on your seat, the code is running. When your laptop is even off, the code is running. So if you look on the left hand side, you see an alarm clock icon. They will have other features, but there's a triggers here. There's a trigger feature here. Once you click that, you will see where to add triggers. On this blue button icon, you see add trigger. If you click on it, it will bring out where you should add your triggers. Here, because we are not dealing with format name, we've done that. You click here, send email. You pick send email, right? Is head, and event source, we want it time driven because it has to do with time, so it's time driven. How do you want, is it weekly, daily, hourly, or like you want a specific date and time? This will run for every week, so I'll use week timer. Then I'll choose the day of the week. Is it Monday, Tuesday? Is it every Friday at the end of the week? At the end of each working day, like every week, the last day of the week, which is Friday. You want to send this mail 3:30 before the end of business, so you pick every Friday. But for us, we're picking Monday, all right? Do you want it midnight or when? We want, for mine, I set mine for 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. before the Monday meeting. And when you're done, you click save here. Okay, I'm not going to save anything again because I already had it on my trigger dashboard. I have the one for send email. I have the one for format name. I have remove duplicate. I have all this. Okay, so you would do that, and once you do that, that's the end. Your job is done, and you're ready to go.